with Mr. Brigador. Just want to ask you a few questions, sir.
Brigador. I'm a Brigador now.
What's it?
People, this is Brigador. Y'all know me. A lot of people know me from my writing on Facebook. And but now you're getting to really hear the voice behind the message. And due to technical difficulties, my venue wasn't where I wanted it to be, but that's all right. That's not going to deter me. But we're standing outside the wonderful dome of Mega Evers College. This is where I grew up. This is where my consciousness and everything grew. So I said, let me come back to the place that opened up my eyes and give you insight on where I want to go. First of all, Bolo is my cameraman. Y'all get to meet him later, but Bolo is my cameraman, and basically, my idea is to change the world, man. That in and of itself is what this is about. That's why I asked these 90 people who submitted those dollars electronically, and they sent them to my page, and I'm loving that because this will change the world. You know, a lot of people want to talk change. A lot of people say, yo, we got to do something. A lot of people say black people can't get together. All of this stuff will be debunked by what we're about to do in the next month, days, minutes to come. So, I think Bolo had a question. You got a question, Bolo?
Yeah, I wanted to know, okay, you're saying change. And what change would that be if everybody posted $1 on Facebook? Or what kind of change would that bring? Would that, something may look at it materialized, or how bring light to that?
Excellent question. Roughly, there are 45 million black people in America. 45 million. Now, my dreams, my heart, my soul is telling me that those 45 million people can get together and can really change the world, and they can do that $1 at a time. They can do that. Look, Bo, can you see this, Bo? I want them to see this because I want them to really, really get what I'm saying here.
Okay.
All right? Because this does not mean shit to me. I mean, I'm really, this is not what I want. I want power. But this is a way to get power. Now, if you take this $1 that I claim from my pocket and you multiply that by 45 million, Bolo, how much money is that?
45 million.
That's $45 million. $45 million. Now, if you're telling me that can't change the world, I don't believe in that, man. I don't believe in that. So, my goal is to literally change the world by bringing people of melanated descent together and basically changing the world from a dynamic of communal investment and economics. Again, if it was only one person that had 45 million, that'd be that's a tough load to carry. But if you disperse the weight amongst 45 million people with $1 at a time, that is the plan. Now, a lot of people say, well, what are you going to do with this 45 million? What I'm going to get with my 45 million? You know we're going to have this going on, right?
Right.
And for those people, I say, you get it back. This is not about me. This is not about me becoming rich. This is not about me becoming wealthy, although that is part of it. It's not about me, people. You know, there's a Chinatown in every major city in America. There's a Chinatown. Don't tell me that gets there just because they're Asian. I don't believe that. There's a Little Italy in Greenwich Village right now. Don't tell me that they got that way because they're Italian. I don't believe that. So when I see and I hear people and they say, the black town, that's the ghetto. I don't believe that, man. I don't believe that. I believe that once we come together with a simplistic, tangible plan to change the world, that's exactly what we will do. If you could pan around, Bolo, because I want them to get a sense of what this looks like. This is the world I'm looking to change, man. This is our world, man. This is our world. We on Bedford and Carroll, man. For y'all that don't know New York and you don't know Brooklyn, this is the hood, man. And out of this hood, this magnificent college has been built and serves the community. We in the hood. This is not no bougie. This is the hood. And this came out of that. Somebody thought of this. Somebody got support from this. Somebody, excuse me, somebody was focused enough to bring this to fruition. Don't tell me it can't happen. I don't even believe in that. So basically, tonight was to explain the purpose behind the $1 a day campaign and what it's going to do. But unfortunately, like I said, the venue changed. I wanted a board, I wanted more space, and because it's a Sunday night and the security guards don't know me, we had to change that up. Now, this is not an end to it. As a matter of fact, this is an intro. So this is 1/8. This will happen. It'll be much more organized and it'll be much more advanced. But right now, I just wanted to speak to my people and tell them why I was asking them to do the stuff that I did. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for everybody who submitted that dollar. It's 90 people I counted.
So we hope at least they see this video, they can respond back, at least ask you any questions, especially this economic structure here you're talking about.
Absolutely.
And we need their feedback on
absolutely. And
how can it be extradited.
And I want them to be as critical as possible. Don't treat me with kid gloves because y'all like how I write. That ain't gonna help me. I want you to be critical. I want you to have hard-hitting answers, but I also want you to have those questions and have that scrutiny in the idea of changing the world. That's
so
my
basically,
only plea for them.
Oh, okay, all right. So you're saying, all right, I see what you're saying, changing it, and basically just get people involved as far as, regular civilians who work hard,
right,
and work hard for their dollar, and they tired of putting other communities, and they ain't coming back to where where they at, and it's going on around in all different type of culture, ethnicity.
Right. And you know what also, man, I mean, I'm not big on math. I love to write, but I'm not big on math. But simple math says 45 million times 7 is $15 million a week. $315 million a week, Bolo. How many weeks is there in a year?
Right.
It's 52 weeks in a year, man.
All right, well,
that's what this is about. So again,
please.
It's rough. It's Brooklyn style. As you see, I done stumbled over my words here. We out here in the cold. Yeah. That's how we do it. I said it had to be done, and it will be done. You could put me anywhere, and I'm still going to feel the way I feel, and I'm still going to profess what I profess. So, but they are going to get the cleaned up image, and, they are going to get all of that. Again, you see me always looking for cops, right? It's inbred for a black man to be always looking for some cops. They ain't there, but I'm just saying, I'm always looking for cops. But, basically, this is my plea to you. This is my thanks to you who did submit. And this is my introduction to you who do not know of me.
So, basically this is about, let's stop waiting for it to knock on the door. We need to knock on the door.
Yeah.
And they need to just respond and get a feedback on what
and basically
it's all about.
I'm glad you said knock on the door. We've been knocking for a whole long time. Now I got some Syntex. If nobody knows what Syntex is, that's a plastic explosive. I'm trying to blast the door down. I'm not knocking no more. I'm not pleading. I'm not negotiating. I'm not even talking no more. And just before we go, this is to the enlightened crowd. The black people with enlightenment. They have knowledge of self. They know where they come from. They know where their people come from. They appreciate their history. They love their culture. If we're not getting... if we ain't putting these together, you ain't doing nothing. You're doing nothing, Mr. Enlightened. You're doing nothing. If we can't get together on some tangible shit to build this world that we know we can, we are just becoming enlightened. That's not good enough for me, man. That's not good enough for me. My principle is good enough ain't good enough. And for far too long, we just been good enough. That's not good enough no more. That ain't working no more. So just to have knowledge of self and just to have enlightenment and just to know Keep-A-Line and read John Henry Clark, that ain't enough anymore. We got to get the boots on the ground. It's going to be bloody. It's going to be muddy. It's going to be ugly. But we got to do it because ain't nobody... Look, let me tell you something. The rescue squad ain't coming for us. People died in the Superdome during Katrina. They ain't coming for us. That dude in Texas died over Ebola. They're not coming for us. There's no cavalry for us. So if we don't rescue ourselves, we just want to die. And I don't want to die. I got 3 kids. Your kids is my kids. Your family is my family. I ain't trying to see nobody die. I'm tired of that. The only way we can do this is get together. Let's stop being afraid to get together. Sometimes that's our biggest fear. We fear getting together because the first thing that we have in our heads is black people ain't gonna get together. We got to stop that, man. We got to stop that, man. I love y'all, man. I love all of y'all. I love all of y'all that's gonna see this. My family, my friends, my family, my frenemies. You know what I'm saying? I love all of y'all, man, because y'all all a part of this, and you know, I'm not going to stand on the backs of others so to make me look bigger. That ain't what this about, you know. Thank you, man. I love all of y'all, man. I love Bolo. I love this world, man. I love our situation, even though it's bad, even though we struggling to get a leg up. I still love our situation because let me tell you something, you ain't going to get no better than black people in the world. You ain't going to get no stronger people than black people in the world. You ain't going to get no more advanced people than black people in the world. So it's a beautiful place, man. And basically, let's get to work, man.
All right, folks, come on, let's hear it. All right.
All right.
Feeling determined.